Do you want me to try and bring it up on here? Or I'll let you do that. Oh. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, Jenkins here, so.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear us okay? And are we still overly laggy? Okay, cool. So we'll start. I have my bullet points down here now. Okay. So my bullet points. I wrote these earlier today. This year hasn't been the best, whether it's been celebrity dying or just general not greatness, personally or worldly. It's not been great. So tonight's more for a positive spin. So we're talking from our experience with disability, as the thinger said. So yeah, that's what we want to talk to you about tonight. We'll be able to read some comments. So if you guys have any questions during the night, let us know, and we'll answer them. Thank you. Yes, words still don't happen for me very well. So okay, the first point that I've made is before I was disabled, I worked in a bakery, and even though it was fun, I was 15, 16 or whatever. No, it would have been older actually. Yeah, I was diagnosed at 19. Anyway, even though I can't work for someone now, having a disability has opened up opportunities for me in other ways. As you can see, you're watching it through this Facebook tonight. This is my fashion page that we now work on together. But this has opened up opportunities for me to pursue my sewing and my craft. I was able to study full time, and granted, I did get money to help me out with that through government supplements and stuff, but the ability to make my own creations, do what I love. I absolutely love sewing. I love creating, as you see, I'm posting every other day about what I'm doing. I would not be able to do that while I was working. So even though I can't work for someone, I'm able to keep myself busy with something I love, and that's something that I do really appreciate. So yeah, that's the first topic. I'm going to sort of buzz through these pretty quickly because I don't know how long my phone battery is going to last. So yeah, makes me appreciate the now. Okay, my next point is it really makes me appreciate the now, what's happening right now, whether and Vaughn said this to me a couple of weeks ago, it is the small wins in life that matter, whether it's cleaning, cooking, just everyday stuff like that. Sometimes getting out of bed is a win, but being able to feel that accomplishment that you may not feel like you can do it, but then being able to do it, it just drinking my wine. It sort of creates a sense of accomplishment. So never underestimate getting out of bed. Never underestimate doing the dishes, cooking, any of that. It all matters. It all really matters. So yeah, that's a point that I really do want to, and I didn't have it really until I lost the ability to do a lot of everyday things. So the small wins matter quite a lot, and for one, I appreciate that, and appreciate the sense that I can see that now. So even everyday able bodies, feel the accomplishment of getting up. It's great. um, so, oh, Vaughn wants me to be a cyborg, and this is leading up to a few points later on. But in Japan, there's a company called Cyberdyne, and they specialize in like exoskeletons, so to speak. Like they hook bits to your nerves, basically, and like the thought of, for example, lifting your hand will lift your hand. I know that you have to go look them up. They're incredible with what they do, and every year they make their products smaller and smaller, and hopefully in turn cheaper and cheaper. They're still like only really renting out things at the moment, but in a few years' time, like even like if there is no cure still in a few years' time, I'm going to be able to use an exoskeleton or some sort of technology to move myself.
Jade said do it. I assume she means make you a cyborg. Unless she means do it, but that's her other cam show.
Yeah, no. Facebook is very G-rated, so we won't go there.
We'll send you a link after.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Get some happy juice too.
Yeah, happy juice needed after the weekend. Oh, did I put that point? I did. Okay, anyway. I was going to say reluctance to get walking, but how to open.
Oh, about the wheelchair.
Oh, I'm glad you understand my bullet points. In the beginning, this is going to be a little bit. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. What is?
Jade to do.
Love you too. Yeah, no. Anyway, in the beginning, I was really reluctant. I started out with a walking stick. I was extremely reluctant. Go get some more wine if you want it. I was really reluctant to get any sort of walking aid whatsoever. It took me so long to get a walking stick, and after I did it, my mentality back then was, oh no, this thing has grown on me, like this is now a part of me. But that's not the case whatsoever, and like through friends and family and Vaughn, they've all really helped me like see that.
I kind of thought I count as family.
Yeah, but you're just Vaughn.
I'm a special kind of family.
Yeah.
The family you kind of do. Unless you just make it. Okay.
And looking back on it, I wish back then I had more a different mentality, because the walking stick, it gave me the ability to walk that little bit extra, to extend myself extra. So like, instead of shopping.
To be fair, that is 90% of what you do.
Instead of stopping here at the shopping centre, I can now go here. So it gave me the ability to go further. And then the big step was the wheelchair. And creepy. The wheelchair, I've been told for probably a good year before I actually got it that you should get a wheelchair, it'll make things easier. And I resisted because, again, it was the same mentality as the walking stick. Oh no, this thing has become a part of me.
Really? You stubborn?
Used to my grandmother. So it was incredibly hard at first because I didn't have the mentality, and for people that need to be in a chair, it is not a part of you. It's just a mobility aid. Like it isn't a part of you.
It enhances life. It doesn't take away.
Yeah, that's so true. It really does enhance life. Like when when we went to Japan the first time that I went, we did the zoo the first day, and holy crap, I was absolutely exhausted by the end of it. And I was saying, do you want to share this to Dad as well? I said that I would.
You can see it after you finish the whole thing.
I did, but I knew, like, in traveling, I don't want to have rest days. You want to get as much jam-packed as possible. Like, I don't discourage rest days because they are extremely important. But on holiday, you know, I wanted to be exhausted at the end of the trip and just deal with it then. So we got a wheelchair. And it's a wonderful story, if I'm allowed to go into it quickly. Okay. I looked up there's a Japanese site for wheelchair rentals, and it's really cheap. I was willing to pay it and stuff. And we went down the counter, and I, knowing no Japanese really whatsoever, to have a conversation.
The hotel room.
Yeah. What did I say?
Just the counter.
Oh, the counter. The hotel.
I went to the counter at McDonald's and I was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, Mac has helped me. Actually, they probably would. But yeah, down at the hotel, and I asked, you know, can you please ring this rental place? And she's like, no. And she disappeared for like 10 minutes. And she came back with a wheelchair. She's like, that, we don't know where it came from. She went somewhere.
Because it's on the side of it, it came from a freaking, what's that place people go to?
Old folks home.
No.
Hospital?
Like a hospital.
Oh yeah.
But for physio. It
Oh,
came from a physio place. Cause
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well it came from a physio place. There we go. I don't remember.
And Jade says we should wheelchair just, and that is definitely something we'll do in the future.
Well,
that could be a video.
Oh god. Yeah, okay. No. No. Anyway, yeah, she came back with a wheelchair, and so I tried giving her money, and she's like, no, free. And, yeah, having the chair, it enhanced the trip. If I had to walk the entire trip, we would have missed out on at least half the stuff that we eventually saw. And, I have to say, it was a great introduction to have it over there rather than here, because, like, just the way they are, and I've been into that plenty of times. They're just better. But yeah, so that was my first real experience with using a wheelchair for an extended period of time, and that made me realize, yes, it is very enhancing. And so whenever we go out, I do use it, and I get to see more, I get to experience more. So that is a massive positive. It's hard to get into the mentality, but once you're past it, it's great. What else? You are not your disability. Okay. I said it in our first video. You are not your disability. Or, you know, if you have a problem other than a disability, you are not that. You are you, and this is just an added extra on you. There's no, you just, yeah, you are you, that is that, it is not who you are. I always want to emphasize that because it's hard, and this year, I don't know what it has been about this year, but it's just been harder to try and keep in that frame of mind that I'm still Steph. I'm still the person that makes clothing. I'm the crafter. I define myself as a crafter. That's anyway.
I define you as a hoarder, but crafter, hoarder.
No, collector.
Collector.
I'm a collector of fabrics.
No, collectors are organised.
It's organised in my mind.
Okay.
But that's getting off topic again. So yeah, you are not your disability. You are not what you think your problem is. You are you. That is that. And be you. That's all I can really say. Okay, I want to talk about the country as a whole. Now, Australia has a lot of problems. It really does. But Could you imagine yourself in America? No. We get Medicare. Medicare has been a heaven sent. We got decent private health when you can finally find it. We have, like, I know with multiple sclerosis, there is an endless support network. There's Facebook pages. There's the MS Society, which they, like, you get 6 free counselling sessions a year, I think. You get endless physio, use of their facilities. It's incredible. So, I'm sure in a lot of other countries, they lose out on that. And you look at America, trying to bring in stuff and their healthcare system, and that thinking of that really makes you appreciate what you've got now. It's like there's flaws, like Centrelink. We won't even go into Centrelink, but if you look in the right places and you talk to the right people, there's endless support networks. There's endless help, not just for what I've got, but for plenty of other people around there as well. What else? Okay, this one was one that Vaughan brought up. Is thankful that we live in the day and age where we're not written off. 50 years ago, I would have been shuffled off into a dark corner and forgotten about. Even 20 years, like, it was still like, oh, I'm sorry, you have that, I'm going to treat you differently now. I mean, still people still have that mentality, but as a whole, we're in a day and age where it's a lot more accepting to be different, especially in the country we are. So I've got down here, the future is looking bright, and that is no lie. The future is definitely looking bright. Like, for MS, it's one of the most funded things out there. So medication, like, they're this close. I swear, like, the next couple of years, there's going to be a cure.
Oh, it may not cure.
Or
prevention.
Some sort of prevention, some sort of extra help than what we have now. Because my medication now, I just want a quick note, is it doesn't halt things, it doesn't make me better, but it stops new attacks. So I don't have anything new than what I have now. Did you wake up one day? Okay, that's a really good question. It was a gradual thing for me. We've heard stories that, you wake up the next day and you can't move. We've heard those stories, but for me personally, it was a more gradual thing. I started out, my legs started, like, I could walk probably 2 or 3 hours before they started getting heavy. And I explain it now is like, it feels like there's concrete blocks on my feet, and that feels like that, hang on. Okay. That's what it feels like with my legs, trying to explain to someone else.
I figured I'd edit that count.
Have a sip every time I've said that.
I don't want to die.
But yeah, my legs got bad, but it was because I was bigger back then as well. It was like, okay, it's a weight thing, maybe I'll try to lose weight and blah 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 blah. But then I had numbness in my left side, just sort of between here and here, and I went to my doctor and he's like, okay, I'm going to talk to these people, get you onto these people, get all this done. And I had MRI, spinal tap, blood tests. Mine was fairly cruisy compared to a close friend of mine now. She's had a little bit more trouble, but that's her story.
Maybe another thing we should talk about is also, if you think something's wrong, get it checked sooner, and really press for it, because you might have waited a little too long, because people said it was a weight issue and stuff.
I feel like I could have been diagnosed maybe a good year before I actually was, if I had have seen someone sooner, or like had the, because I was only 19, so I had the,
You were an age.
I was young, back in the day. But yeah, back to my point, don't wait if you think something is wrong.
Doctors are free.
Yeah.
I'm Australian.
Well, You know, you've got bulk billers, especially like if you need to travel for a bulk biller, it is worth it. Your health is worth it. But yeah, I think I had symptoms from about 15 or 16 that went away, but then when the more serious ones happened, that's when I got the ball rolling, and then it was gradual up until the medication I'm on now, and that sort of has halted my symptoms. So I hope that answers your question in a real roundabout way. So yeah, back to like, okay,
Because we do too much on that.
the technology.
Oh.
Or about next year.
No, talk about technology next year. Oh, you got a question?
Oh.
Do you worry about it progressing?
Yeah, it's in the back of my mind, but again, coming to the previous topic, like technology, like I do worry about progressing. It's always there, but I try to take my mind off it. And with the medication and stuff we've got now, it's really, well, you know, 20 years ago, it would have been a death sentence. So, you know, be like, go to the doctor, you find this, and it's like, I'm sorry, you have this, and that's that. So, yeah, I do worry, but the worry shouldn't be as severe as my head makes it to be. But that's all in here.
For everything you have to worry about, there's a lot more positivity.
Yeah.
So you're rude.
Yeah, I've talked about, oh, that's where Cyberdyne came in.
Right.
Okay, so just next year's plans, or skip that?
Just be vague about it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so, like, I've tried to talk a lot of positives tonight with the year that was. Like, there's been good and bad, but, like, you know, in a week it's a new year. So one thing that we're really looking forward to is our plans to travel. So yeah, we're going back to Japan. But again, my mindset again will be completely different because I will have the chair from Go. I will already have had that experience, and I can only enhance on that. So again, bringing more positivity into the year that was. I want to finish it up by saying, you know, it's okay to have your bad days. I'm sure, like, the friends that follow me on Facebook, on occasions I do post a little too much about my bad days, but it is okay to have bad days. It's okay to talk to your friends and family, you love anyone. It's okay to talk to people about your bad days, but always remember the good times as well. It's so easy to get lost in the bad, and so I challenge you guys that are watching tonight, list 3 positive things that has happened to you either in this year or just in previous years. Just list the 3 positive things that have happened for you.
They can all be born.
Yeah, and try bring some brightness to the last week of this year, and start try again. Start next year fresh. So that quickly before my camera dies.
Jade's thankful for cake.
Cake's always good to be thankful for.
Maybe cake's the cure to MS. Maybe you should try this theory.
I don't. I eat too much cake. So I'll give a couple of minutes if anyone has any more questions. I've said a bulk of what I and we wanted to say tonight. Hopefully this has enlightened you guys a little bit. So yeah, if you got any questions, just shoot now, and then we'll probably end the video after all that the debacle that was.
While we wait, I'll act out Hamlet with anime figurines.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think about our lounge room?
Oh, what a question. Hamlet's gonna have to wait.
How long can you walk without? Okay, I permanently use my walking stick and Vaughan now. I had I had one day between spring and summer where I was able to walk a few steps by myself, but yeah, right now I need walking aid, and I'm okay with that now. Again, in the beginning I wasn't. What are you guys seeing in Japan? We're hoping to. What are we gonna do that's new? We want to go to Kyoto, which is about 2 hours south of Tokyo.
We'll go on our first bullet train.
Yeah, so we're gonna take the bullet train. We're gonna hopefully we're gonna stay long enough for the geishas, but we're going during cherry blossom season. Did not realize that. I thought we were gonna be a couple of weeks before that.
I only realised that when we couldn't book a hotel.
Just a walker from.
Does your walking change from season to season?
It so should.
No. Does your walking?
Oh, my walking.
Yeah.
Oh, my walking.
Can we drink your word? Let me do it.
Summer and winter are horrible. Summer, I'm really this, so nothing wants to gel together. And winter, I'm extremely stiff. My legs are extremely stiff. So they're two completely end of spectrum problems. But medication. I got medication for my medication. Like I'm on my main MS meds. Plus I got medication that loosens the muscles, I think.
Yeah. Then you have medication to tighten certain other muscles.
Yeah. Well, if I take too much of that medication, then my legs get too floppy and then I can't walk as well. So it's finding the happy medium.
We just chuck jokes into you.
Yeah. About your wheelchair. Depends.
You're gonna have the tackiest wheelchair about.
Mad Max. Oh, should have a Mad Max chair.
Try to get that through airport customs.
All the metal. Oh, and the stabby things. We should have the flames sticking out and everything. I do want to. This is a point. We've made this in our last video. Comedy is key for us. Our little family, it works. I've told this story many times, and I'm going to tell it to you guys again. I was sewing in the workshop, and Lily was sitting there with me, and she asked me if I could make something. I can't remember what it was. That part of the story is not relevant. And I said, yes, Lily, I can do anything. And she said, except walk properly. And I cracked it. Oh, it was so funny. She came out with it so smoothly. And
don't need a paternity test. That's how we know she's mine.
Oh, yeah, it was so what Vaughan would say. And it was, I'm going to tell that story forever. It's going to be her 21st story. But yeah, she knows to be polite in public, but...
She can say whatever she wants to say.
Yeah, comedy is key for our relationship, and that works for us. If it doesn't work for you, then that's okay. If we go...
Jake's asking if you're a pothead.
No.
Would you use it for spasms?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's really, really cool. It's almost legal. Yeah, they're in the process of medical marijuana. And it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but...
Oh, tea's not generally the way you have it.
You can, I've got drop. I should have it in tea.
Tea is more or less just the bong water, isn't it?
Yeah, yuck. Bong. Oh, look up. Yeah, I'm all for it, and I will try it. So yeah, and that is personal opinion, because I know there's so many mixed feelings about that sort of thing, but it is in the process of being legalized medically. But yeah, do we want to wrap it up?
Sure.
Okay, so we're probably going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in, either start to finish or part way. You're going to hit me?
No. I'm wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up. That is such a dad joke.
I am a dad.
So thank you guys for watching. this video is going to be kept up for future viewing. Anything else? Okay. Not that I know of. Yes, I will try anything, but not that I know of. Cat, like for cat, not on the table. Cat for likes. We'll be one of those couples. Okay.